Hey everyone, we're out here in Hugo, Oklahoma, and this is in the Mount Olivet Cemetery. It's pretty interesting because they have this whole cemetery here. This is called Showman's Rest, and I'll just take you around, let you see some of this. Showman's Rest. This is a circus town. It's labeled as Circus City, USA. And just these big monuments, all kinds of circus people. Now, I know that coins mean something when it's military, like you've served with them, and maybe they have the same meaning that they actually did the circus with them. So whoever this was, maybe they left coins because they were in the circus with this person, or they trained them. Don't know, but what's interesting is a lot of these will have cans of bubbles left. All of these in this little kind of square section are circus performers in some way or another. They might be clowns, they might be announcers, they might be animal trainers. And this town has been the home of about 70 circuses, and it's currently the home of about 3 circuses that are left here in town. One of them is the largest big top circus. But some of these are just amazing to look at. Some of the detail that's on these and the time that was taken to just memorialize these people that spent their life with the circus. Some of them have pictures on them, and some of them even have pictures when they were performing. You can see that up there on the trapeze. But if anyone knows what it means, I'm sure it's some kind of tribute where they leave these bubbles here like that. But look at this. This headstone is in the shape of a big top circus. It's pretty cool. These little elephants are kind of marked throughout. And I really like that. I've never seen a headstone in the shape of a big top. But there's stuff on these, and it will be on the front and the back. Like that one says Carson and Barnes and Kelly Miller Brothers. You can see this is just a whole cemetery. It says a tribute to all showmen under God's big top. And this is kind of like a little wagon wheel, you know, like the circus is coming to town on the little wagons. And the back side of this big one, it's just amazing, and it's tall. But some of these, they have, you know, what their nickname was when they were performing, like Dutch, or you'll see, like there's one in here over this way. I'll take you over there, but his name was Popcorn. And these are just all circus performers, and some of them are veterans as well. And you know, here's a Bronze Star medal winner or recipient. And little bit of everything. The detail on some of these is amazing. This right here, Los Latinos. And if you look here, they are actually walking a tightrope. So it's like their last performance here, memorialized forever. And then this one, it's pretty cool, a little etching there. Circus Elephant Sideshow Showman. This person was an animal trainer. We see some animals on this, so they might have been an animal trainer as well. There's a giraffe and an elephant. And here, this is very cool. Lady standing on top of an elephant like that. I mean, it just looks like an actual picture the way that they did that. And here's this lady here. She's got snakes all over her. So all around performer and show person is what it says. And here's some pictures here on those. Just in a 3-wheel bicycle. There's someone over here. They're Kelly Miller Circus. That's what it says down here. Kelly Miller Circus. And they're performing on something there. Not even really sure what that is, but looks pretty dangerous. Even this little bench right here, it's got a little elephant there. You can see a little picture here of the gentleman and elephant. And then it looks like he was in several circuses, because we've got the Carson and Barnes 5-ring circus, Kelly Miller Circus, Robert Brothers Circus. It's kind of hard to see because it's wet. And then over here we got 3 more. Clyde Beatty Cole Brothers Circus, Circus Genoa Circus, Fisher Brothers Circus. So he was in quite a few. It's a Mud Show Elephant Man is what it's called, what he was referred to as. This guy might have played music in the circus. This is, it says she was a chimp trainer. And you can see a picture of her with the chimp. Pretty cool. And that could have something on the back side, I'm not sure. Just a name. So all kinds of little tokens here. This is the back side of the one where I said whatever it is, it looks dangerous. Here it is. Trapeze deal. Some kind of maybe grip thing, I guess, that someone left to memorialize. So little mementos down through here that were left. Cemetery is well taken care of, and a lot of people are buried out here. A lot of people visit. There's definitely some newer additions here, and this was the back side of one. It's pretty neat. This was the couple that was doing the tightrope that I showed just a little bit ago. This is the back side, the Great Huberto, if I'm pronouncing that right. It's Herbert and Maricela Weber. And look here, this is like, nickname was Turtle. And this is just a book here. And it's got a little elephant there and a guy and lady standing on the leg of the elephant. Pretty cool. Just looks like an open book for all to read. And this is the one that I was explaining a little bit ago. Watch the Snake, Popcorn. And he was obviously a clown with those shoes like that. And there is I guess that's a shell right there. Thomas Edward Sink. And here's another picture. It's pretty cool. She's with a horse. Got a little headdress thing on. Queen of the Bareback Riders. It's pretty neat how they've chosen to memorialize all these folks who have probably given so many years up to the circus and showmanship. This is an elephant trainer. You can see him kind of standing on some elephants. And also the founder of the John Carroll Showman Rest Trust Fund, which is what this is, the Showman's Rest. Pretty cool. Quite a few veterans out in this. Here's something else, kind of just show you guys as we see it. This is kind of maybe a wheat field or something. A little bit of everything out here though. So thought I'd show you guys some of this. And there's also a couple other graves that are out here in the cemetery. They're not in the Showman's Rest, but there are a couple Cowboys that you may have heard of. We'll take you over there and show you. So the Cowboys that we were talking about are Lane Frost, which you may have seen in the movie 8 Seconds. And also Freckles Brown. So here is the grave of Lane Frost. There's definitely some mementos here. Little bull down there and a baseball, horseshoe, cowbell. So people have left their own little tokens of remembrance. Some coins up here and a little crystal. So it's a pretty cool little headstone there. It looks like a belt buckle to me. Some gloves, like maybe a little boy that they might have influenced, that he might have influenced growing up or something. Maybe the movie has, maybe the story. It's kind of hard to say. Here's some pictures of Lane right there. And then his wife's kind of little note to him. And 1987 World Bull Riding Champion. And it's a pretty good movie if you've ever seen the movie. So all these little tokens of remembrance here that have been left. They're pretty interesting. Bull riding, some Bible verses. So lots of people come here to visit him. And then this is another rodeo cowboy, Freckles Brown, and he kind of has a belt buckle looking thing there. So it's pretty interesting. Two cowboys buried right next to each other. And here, this is the foot area of where Lane is at, and you kind of hear about this in the movie as well. But this is Lane Frost on the bull Red Rock, and then when the date and everything and the place where he rode Red Rock. Pretty interesting on Red Rock, because they say that even though he was a tough bull to ride, he was really good with children, that he would allow kids to get on the back and take pictures. But yet when he knew a cowboy was on the back, he would really just have at it with the cowboy and buck him off. So he was the first one to actually be able to ride Red Rock. And there's a picture of him on that headstone riding Red Rock. So here's a picture of Mr. Brown, and then what he was riding. That bull is way up in the air coming out of the chute right there. So he was a small man but had a large hand. He never walked but always ran. When traveling down the road, he always carried the biggest load. So it's pretty cool. Sergeant Warren G. Brown, U.S. Army, World War II, horse-drawn artillery, teamster, horseshoer, Chinese parachutist, served in the Chinese theater. Pretty cool memorials right here. So this cemetery has quite a bit to see in here. And there's every one of these headstones in here is pretty unique. And you know, just to show you one that's near here, these have all sorts of little etchings in there. That's a river and a buck on it. This one kind of caught my eye from the road. I have no idea who it is. But when you look on here, it obviously says Patriot, but you know, there's an Air Force plane, Eagle. They might have been involved with the circus as well, because there's an elephant over there. There's a British flag. There's a lighthouse with a huge American flag. And a little mill right there on the water. But it's a little bit of everything out here. All kinds of little designs. There's ones in the shapes of teddy bears. One big huge memorial over there. I'm going to go over there and see who that was. So I guess we could walk that way. See if we see anything. Makes you kind of wonder. This headstone over there says Frost on it. Definitely makes you wonder if they are some of Lane Frost's relatives. I'm sure they are. So we'll go over here, see what else. This is kind of a brick deal there. There's ones out here with cars and all kinds of stuff that's actually on there. If I'm pronouncing this right, it's Darrow. Huge memorial out here. Basically in the center of this. It looks as though they are buried right there. I have no idea who they are. But they're just kind of a memorial there. And little history of what they did. In 1889, the family moved to Oklahoma City. And they were 89ers, so they kind of settled here in the territory when it opened up for the land run. And then the family moved here in 1909, kind of reading at the bottom. But just a little bit of family history there. But this is kind of a huge memorial. And there's some words on there. It looks like it's really hard to read because of the reflection and how dark it is. It looks like they were buried in one cemetery, Fairlawn, in Oklahoma City, and then they were exhumed from there and transplanted or reburied in this cemetery. So I don't know, I guess maybe as family members doing that, because I believe that cemetery is still around. Very interesting, lots of artwork. There's a wasp right there, a little mud dauber, and then a butterfly up there. Some different little insects all over. Very cool though. If you ever get a chance, Mount Olivet Cemetery in Hugo, Oklahoma. It's definitely worth a little stop. Circus City, USA. And there's a lot of stuff to look at in this cemetery. All the showmen that were here were involved with the circus, and of course 2 rodeo cowboys, and one that they made a movie of. Tragic story of what happened to Lane. But come out here and pay your respects, and you can see all kinds of neat headstones like that. So talk to you guys later.